Clark, you admire rebounding. You are a terrific rebounder yourself. What makes these teams so great on the glass?
Well, Kevin, a few things. One, they emphasize it. They prioritize rebounding the basketball. And then they send everybody to the glass. A lot of guys for each of these teams goes to the board, and the work ethic is outstanding.
That hustle, and you were a hustler, but I know you admire that as much as anything, don't you?
That's a big part of rebounding, hustling.
Stolen by Durant, and James picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Irving drives in. Pass to Durant. And stolen by LeBron. Here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now, here is Irving. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And James throws it down hard.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Here's Durant. And then Durant with the dunk.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Lakers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. 4-point game. And it's Davis missing.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Back to Durant. From deep three-point range. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Durant's got 5 points so far. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put what he's able to do on the basketball?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Here's Irving. Here's Jordan. Second shot opportunity. And it's LeVert missing. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's LeBron. And Durant sends it back. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Bradley. Nice shot from the wing. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 3. And he banks in the layup.
You know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of any
substitution. So it's the Lakers now. Knocks it loose. Dinwiddie with the steal. In the corner, it's Harris. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Here's Dinwiddie following the basket by Anthony Davis. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever. because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Tries again. Beasley with the rebound. And here's Brooklyn. Pass to Prince. Over Howard. Shakes him. Beasley trying to break free. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so he hits both. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Back to Davis. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Harris. Here's Dinwiddie. Finish off the break.
You cannot afford to be careless around Harris. He's very capable of swiping the ball away if you are.
The shot by Rondo is no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Prince wide open. Carries it from three-point range. Prince has got 8.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Now, here's Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Beasley.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
23 seconds left from the first quarter of the game. Here now is Dinwiddie. Left side Prince. To the middle. 4 seconds left. Misses at the rim. The Lakers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
And here's KD for 3.
Now, it's up to Kuzma to play with the kind of heart and hustle on defense that's required. And he's versatile at that end of the floor.
We'll return. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, Durant is a prime-time threat to pound one down. Got to keep him away from the rim.
Now here's Irving. It's good. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside. Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Again, the Nets for 2. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down, has a nice touch and good hands. Boy, this guy is going to be some kind of player going forward.
Morris with the block. But they recover it. And he misses his first shot of the game. James looking it over. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Los Angeles. Durant nails both of them. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Los Angeles trails by 11. Pass to McGee. Now Davis. Covered by Beasley. To the paint. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Pass to Crawford. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had here so far in the second.
Misses from the corner. They grabbed their own miss.
Defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Now here's Prince. He's got 8. Fires it up. Misses off the right iron.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
And another turnover here by Brooklyn. Here's LeBron. Looking for Kuzma. He gets it there.
And, you know, I think Kuzma's the kind of guy you've got to push out of the paint. When you don't, this is what happens.
On the wing, Harris. Makes it off the glass. And the Nets lead by 9.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. The Nets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
You know, the next step for Dinwiddie is to just become more consistent going forward, especially when it comes to scoring, because I think he does everything else pretty well.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
And note to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away. It's stolen by Davis. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. Here's Howard. Oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And great move there to ensure they end the quarter on a strong note.
Yeah, really strong.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
KD looking around. From past the arc. Sinks the triple. KD's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Brooklyn. Down low. It's stolen by Allen. Here's LeVert. Green with the block. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Lakers passing it around. And they double up Davis. No good on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. It's LeVert on the wing. No good from outside.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Here's Davis. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Got that bucket in no time at all. LeVert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
The 3 from KD. Green with the rebound. Los Angeles trails by 9. The drive by James. 2 points. That one goes. James has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Brooklyn leading by 8. Here's Irving, and Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clark, you played the traditional power
Men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep. And guys like Anthony Davis and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
It's stolen by Davis. And And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop.
You got to keep Kuzma in front of you, especially in transition. Once he gets behind you, it's done.
Here's Crawford. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Crawford's got his first points in this one. Inside, Davis. Beasley with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And the shot is good. And that's now 20 points for Davis.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
Crawford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. It's a 5-point game. Outside for Rondo. Here's the triple. Beasley with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Crawford's shot is good. Los Angeles trails by 7. They get a handout. Howard can't hit.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Pass to Beasley. And here's Crawford. Prince with it. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. With 2 seconds left.